loading the first session. Then I'll reshare this. Yes, we are recording, right? Yes, we are. اتخضيت.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you, Am. Thank you so much. طيب دلوقتي بقى هنتكلم عن حاجة احنا اتكلمنا عنها قبل كده which is systole and diastole. احنا we pronounce this E. So systole and diastole. Systole, of course, as you say, as we said before, is contraction and diastole is relaxation. If you say systole absolutely without mentioning atrial or ventricular, then you mean ventricular. So again, when I say systole absolutely without an adjective before, then it is ventricular systole and ventricular diastole. But if you want to talk about atrial contraction or atrial relaxation, then you have to specify. You have to say atrial systole, you have to say atrial diastole. And as we've mentioned at the beginning of the session, we have 70 beats per minute on the average, but the normal range is from 60 to 90 beats per minute. And the heartbeat actually consists of systole and diastole, meaning that there is like a cardiac cycle that is repeated. There are cyclical events that are repeated. So every time the ventricles contract and then relax, contract and then relax. Every contraction followed by every relaxation is called a heartbeat. So the heartbeat has two phases, systole when the ventricles contract and diastole when the ventricles relax. And here it is extremely important that you remember or try to imagine the events that occur when the ventricles contract. Now let's draw a ventricle or both ventricles that are trying to contract, the right ventricle and the left ventricle. So here we have the right atrium, the right ventricle, and now the right atrium and the left atrium. And then here we have the left ventricle and we have the right ventricle. Just tell me, when the left ventricle tries to contracts in order to push the blood into the aorta, do you think that the mitral valve should be closed or open?
Closed.
Closed or open?
Closed.
Closed or open?
Closed.
Closed, very good. Why? And the same, of course, applies to the tricuspid valve. When the right ventricle starts to send deoxygenated blood to the pulmonary artery via contraction, then the tricuspid valve should be closed. Why should they both be closed?
Because during this time, the right ventricle and the left ventricle, they are in systole.
Yes.
It should prevent when this is contracting, it should prevent the backflow of the blood to the
Yes,
atrium.
excellent, May. Very good. Very good, May. +1. +1. Okay. So here, what May said is very correct. When the two ventricles are contracting, they are generating pressure, May. You have to start by saying that they are generating pressure because they are squeezing the blood inside them. When they are contracting, they are squeezing the blood. So they are generating more pressure. So the pressure in systole is more. And this is important, Bardo, to write as a flow chart. So when the ventricles contract, they squeeze the blood. They squeeze the blood. And because the cavity is diminishing in size, and when they squeeze the blood, the pressure will increase. So Yassine, do you think that the intraventricular pressure during systole is higher, while during diastole? When
Systole.
will, yes?
Systole.
In systole, very good, because of what we have just said. And when the ventricles contract, they squeeze the blood inside and the pressure rises. Is the cavity of the ventricle smaller or larger during systole, Yamr?
The cavity is smaller because it's contracting.
Yes, very good, excellent. Thank you so much. Yalla, Amai, can you please read the slide?
Sure. Systole and diastole, in an average adult at rest, the heart beats about 70 times per minute. a heartbeat has two phases. Phase 1, systole, occurs when the ventricles contract. The AV valves close to prevent backflow of blood into the atria. The semilunar valves open to pump blood into the major vessels, the aorta, pulmonary artery that exit the heart. Phase 2, diastole, occurs when the ventricles relax. The back pressure of the blood closes the semilunar valves and the atrioventricular valves open.
Yes, very good. So the back pressure of the blood, this needs explanation. Thank you, Mike. The last part needs explanation. So now say, for example, we are talking about the left ventricle, and the left ventricle is pumping blood into the aorta throughout the whole systole. So as long as the left ventricle is contracting during systole, blood is being pumped across the aorta. And then all of a sudden, the contraction stops and the left ventricle relaxes and enters into diastole. When the left ventricle enters diastole, the pressure of blood diminishes. There is no more blood that reaches the aorta. There is no more pushing force into the aorta. So what happens is that if we leave that valve open, all the blood will regurgitate, all the blood will flow back into the left ventricle. And that's why at the end of systole and before reaching diastole, the valve between the left ventricle and the aorta should absolutely be closed in order to prevent regurgitation. And it is closed automatically. Why? Because as long as blood is being pumped into the aorta, the cusps, do you remember the pocket-like structures in the aortic valve? Throughout systole, those pockets are filling with blood. So by the end of systole, as we said before, they would be engorged with blood. They would be full of blood in the cross-section. You see them like this, obliterating the opening between the left ventricle and the aorta, or between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. So at the end of systole, the semilunar valves should close, as May has just read, and the atrioventricular valves start to open. Why do they start to open? Because they want to deliver blood to the newly relaxing ventricles. Any question? No? Okay. There should be some kind of valve coordination. This is what we have just mentioned. If you see this diagram, the blood flowing from the right atrium to the right ventricle and from the left atrium to the left ventricle, then in which stage of the cardiac beat are we, or in which stage of the cardiac cycle are we? Diastole. Very good, excellent. And excellent, why? Because Yassine just said diastole. And when we said diastole, simply كده, without any description before, then we mean ventricular diastole. How did you know that this is ventricular diastole? Or justify your answer, Yassine, please. Why did you say we are in diastole, in ventricular relaxation?
بالظبط عشان في relaxation of الvalves opens downwards ف في passage.
الربط اللينك ما بين انه blood is flowing down so the ventricles should be relaxed. What's the link? What's the relation?
إن هما تقريبا right atrium and left atrium, they're pouring blood into the right ventricle and left ventricle. When this happens, the ventricles should be, they shouldn't be contracting, they should be relaxing.
Excellent, very good. Yes, excellent. We said this before. We said that the ventricles should be relaxed in order for their cavity to be large enough to accommodate the blood. طيب, related to what we have just said, how is this allowed? Is filling of the ventricles an important event? Yes, of course. لأنه if the ventricles do not fill with blood, then they'll not be able to pump blood. So filling of the ventricle is a major event. It's absolutely important. And that's why the duration of diastole is longer than the duration of systole. So ventricular diastole, as we will see later on, is longer than ventricular systole. And here, this sign means it is longer in duration. The time taken for diastole is more. Why? Because diastole is crucial for the function of the heart. It is during diastole that we fill with blood. And if we don't fill with enough blood, we wouldn't find enough blood to be pumped later on. So to pump adequate blood to the large arteries, adequate blood to large arteries. So is it important, diastole? Yes, it is important. It is extremely important. And it is important to the extent that the duration of diastole is more than that of systole. Why? Because it's the period when the ventricles fill with blood. Type is filling with blood important? Yes, because we have to fill with blood first before pumping blood into the arteries so that we can make sure that the volume of blood pumped into the large arteries is adequate. Is this, my question now is this the only significance of a long diastole, allowing ventricles enough time to fill with blood? This is the first benefit of a long diastole. But we have mentioned previously another important benefit of diastole other than allowing the ventricles to fill with blood. Yes, Amr.
Also for the coronary arteries of the heart.
Excellent. Yes, very good. +1 يا عمرو. Coronary artery. سجلي يا مي. Have you
Yes.
recorded the bonuses?
Yes.
تعبانة.
لا تمام.
So عمرو has a +1 ومي +1 وياسين +1 ولا في حد أكتر؟
لا كلنا
طيب كويس قوي. كلكم طلعتوا ب+1 من ال very good يا عمرو. excellent. طيب يبقى لازم يكون في ايه معنى بقى هنا كلمة valve coordination؟ سيبنا بقى من ال importance of diastole. ايه علاقة كل اللي انا قلته ده ب valve coordination؟ coordination of valves معناها انه there should be coordination between the atrioventricular valves from one side and the semilunar valves from another side. When the atrioventricular valves are open, this means that we are in diastole, and this means that the semilunar valves are closed because we are in diastole. أنا طبعا برسم الفيسلز في مكان مش مظبوط يعني. هم مرسومين أصلا. Why am I trying to draw them أصلا؟ أهو هنا عندنا the AV valves are open and see how the semilunar valves are closed. This occurs during diastole. طبعا الحاجات دي ما بتتحفظش يعني لأن لو حفظتوها تنسوها. هي لازم تكون مفهومة. لازم يكون عندنا كده a brain image about the picture of the heart. The opposite occurs in systole. This is the first coordination. إنه لما ال AV valves تبقى open يبقى the semilunar valves should be closed. The other coordination هي إيه بقى؟ إنه ال AV valves are synchronous. يعني إيه synchronous؟ يعني they close and open at the same time. Similarly, the semilunar valves are synchronous. يعني they open and close at the same time. Okay? نيجي بقى لحاجة ظريفة جدا اتكلمنا عنها قبل كده اللي هي ال heart sounds and murmurs. احنا قلنا إنه when the ventricles start to contract, ال atrioventricular valves close and the semilunar valves طبعا open عشان يستقبلوا البلد اللي جاي من الventricles. ده امتى؟ ده when the ventricles start to contract. يعني at the beginning of systole أو at the start of systole. So when the ventricles again start to contract, طبعا the semilunar valves should be open to receive the blood, and meanwhile the AV valves should close to prevent, as May said, regurgitation of blood. لكن أول ما الدايستولي بيبتدي at the start of diastole لا ده بيحصل العكس. لازم ال atrioventricular valves open ولازم ال semi-lunar valves close. تمام؟ طيب ايه علاقة ده بقى بالهارت ساوندز؟ احنا قلنا لو حطينا السماعة at the apex of the heart اللي هو في ال fifth intercostal space mid clavicular line left fifth intercostal space أو fifth intercostal space left mid clavicular line هنسمع لبدب لبدب لبدب. Lub is considered the first heart sound و dub is considered the second heart sound. طبعا ال physicians are trying best to get the closest sound to the natural sound. Opening of خلينا نحفظ القاعدة دي أو يعني نفهمها علشان ما نتلخبطش تاني إنه opening of the valves does not cause any sound. يعني لما الفالف بتفتح لو هي فالف طبيعية مش فالف diseased valve فتحان الصمام مش بيعمل خالص أي صوت. إنما مين اللي بيعمل الساوندز كلها بتاعت الهارت بيتس؟ الكلوجر of the valves. الكلوجر of the atrioventricular valve and the closure of the semi-lunar valve. يبقى closure of the atrioventricular valves at the start of systole will produce the first heart sound that we denote S1. And closure of the semi-lunar valves at the beginning of diastole will produce the second heart sound. So, heart sounds are essentially due to closure of the valves, not to opening of the valves. The first heart sound, S1, is due to closure of the AV valves, and the second heart sound is due to closure of the semi-lunar valves. الطبيعي ان احنا ما نسمعش غير التو ساوندز دول. يعني الطبيعي ان لو عملنا كده a drawing that represents the audiogram sorry and I'll be sending you ان شاء الله ربنا يذكرني ان انا ابعت لكم الاوديوجرام هتسمعوا كده S1 S2. طيب S1 بيحصل دي برضو نقطة مهمة. S1 بيحصل at the beginning of systole مش كده؟ يبقى الديوريشن دي التايم لينث ده هو مين؟ systole ولا diastole؟ لو S1
Systole.
بيحصل at the beginning of systole يبقى دي ايه دي؟
diastole.
ازاي يعني؟
Systole لسه systole.
systole طبعا يعني النقطة دي هي بداية السيستولي يبقى كل اللي جاي بعد كده very good يا عم يبقى systole. طيب في S1 تانية هنا و S2 تانية هنا تمام يبقى ده كمان systole. يبقى دي مين دي؟ اللي هي between S2 and S1.
diastole.
very good هتبقى diastole. يبقى the distance between بطل تطبيل يا ياسين. The distance, the interval between S1 and S2, this is systole. تمام؟ And the one between S2 الترتيب هنا مهم قوي يا جماعة. يبقى ما بين S1 و S2 this is systole. ما بين S2 ما ينفعش بقى أقول between S1 and S2. Between S2 and the next S1 this is diastole. تمام؟ ملاحظين إيه في الانترفلز دي السيستولي and diastole are they equal؟
systole at the bottom.
مين الأطول؟
Diastole is longer.
الدايستولي is longer of course very good يا عم. الدايستولي is longer احنا لسه متفقين ان الدايستولي is longer. فلو انت مطلوب منك ترسم اوديوجرام ده في الامتحان يبقى لازم تراعي انه المسافة بين S1 و S2 تبقى اصغر من المسافة بين S2 و S1 اللي بعديها. تمام؟ وده بيخلينا لما نيجي نحط الستيثوسكوب on the apex of the heart عشان نسمع الهارت بنسمع كده لبدب لبدب لبدب. يعني ايه؟ يعني اسمع لب ودب ورا بعض وبعدين طبعا انت مش هتسمع يعني طبعا انتوا as medical students لما بتدخلوا في سنة رابعة وخمسة وتبتدوا تسمعوا بالسماعة وكده انت بتبقى متوقع بقى انه ايه هتسمع لبدب وبعدين مسافة كبيرة وبعدين لبدب. ليه بقى؟ لان هو بيبقى مطلوب منك لو انت سمعت an abnormal sound تحدد هو في السيستولي ولا في الدايستولي فبتبقى مأساة لان انت اصلا سامع ايه لبدب لبدب لبدب. فلو ودنك مش متعودة على النورمال ده ومتعودة على انه اللب والدب بيجوا ورا بعض على طول وبعدين بعديهم برهة كده يعني سكتة شوية اللي هي يدوب الفرق بتاع الدايستولي فلما نقول لك ان الدايستولي اطول وان انت هتسمع لب دب وبعدين سكتة وبعدين لب دب، مش هتسمع حاجة طويلة قوي يعني. فبرضه you have to be aware ان انت لازم تسمع النورمال كتير قوي عشان تقدر تعرف فين السيستولي وفين الدايستولي. طبعا في مانوفرز كتيرة بيتعلموها الميديكال ستودنتس عشان غير ان السماعة. يعني مثلا ممكن تحط ايدك على الايبكس وانت بتسمع، فكل ما يبقى في اب ثراست يبقى دي بداية السيستولي. فانت بتبقى عارف انه المرمر اللي هتسمعه مع الاب ثراست of your hand ده هيبقى systolic murmur. يعني ايه murmur بقى؟ Murmur is any abnormal sound that is superimposed on S1 and S2. يعني المفروض انا لما احط السماعة اسمع بس لبدب لبدب لبدب، ما اسمعش اي حاجة تانية. لو سمعت لبدب لبدب يبقى الفول اللي في النص دي is a murmur. او لو سمعت لبدب وبعدين حاجة زي الاكسليشن كده لبدب كده يبقى this is a murmur. يبقى what is a murmur? A murmur is an abnormal sound that is superimposed on the normal heart sounds. وده ما بيحصلش إلا حاجة من اتنين. طبعا it has to be related to the valve، لأن الأصوات دي كلها الهارت sounds أساسا بتيجي من الclosure of the valves. فيا إما إن الvalve is incompetent يعني it does not close properly when it is required to close، فبالتالي it will allow backflow of blood in a certain direction according to the type of the valve. أو على العكس ممكن تكون a stenotic valve يعني a narrow valve، وبالتالي blood will pass through a narrow opening producing an abnormal sound. طيب خلينا بس نشوف طب هو ليه الريجurgitation أو الانcompetence تعمل abnormal sound. نفتح سوري I'll open a new screen بس عشان أقول لكم حاجة. يعني دلوقتي مثلا لو أنا عندي البلد بيعدي من الاتريوم to the ventricle during diastole وكانت الميترال فالف stenotic mitral valve يعني عندي mitral stenosis. يعني ايه mitral stenosis؟ يعني the mitral valve is narrower than normal. يبقى في الحالة دي blood is passing through a narrow opening فهسمع murmur. المurmur ده هسمعه امتى؟ هسمعه أثناء الدايستولي. يعني هسمع S1 عادي وبعديها S2 عادي، مش هسمع بينهم murmur. لكن في الفترة في الانترفال between S2 and S1 هسمع an abnormal sound which is a murmur. And that murmur occurred during diastole. It is a diastolic murmur. طيب why did I hear a murmur? Because the valve is stenotic. طب وإيه يعني لما الvalve تبقى stenotic؟ لأ، blood is passing through a narrow opening or a narrow orifice. So blood passes through a narrow orifice. Blood passes through a narrow orifice. Okay guys. طيب ده بالنسبة للميترال ستينوزز لما يبقى عندي. طبعا ما ينطبق على الميترال ستينوزز ينطبق على الترايكاسبيد ستينوزز TS. ترايكاسبيد ستينوزز نفس الفكرة. طيب احنا كده فهمنا ليه الستينوزز بتعمل ميرمر، وان هي في حالة الميترال ستينوزز والترايكاسبيد ستينوزز هتبقى diastolic murmur لأنه blood passes through a narrow opening. طيب لو على العكس بقى أنا عندي incompetence يعني الفالف ما بتقفلش كويس it's wider than normal and it does not close يعني it is incompetent يعني بتفضل مفتوحة كده في الوقت اللي left ventricle right ventricle are contracting and they are pushing blood everywhere. طب ما في نفس الوقت اللي هما they are pushing blood into the aorta مثلا and into the pulmonary artery برضو they will push blood كده. if the valve is incompetent يعني if the valve does not close properly هيبقى في backflow of blood وده اللي هيعمل المرمر. ليه؟ لأنه backflow of blood معناها ان انت بتبعت blood in the wrong direction and the flow of blood in the wrong direction plus انه لما الفالف تبقى مفتوحة هينزل شوية blood من الاتريا there are two opposite flows of blood وبالتالي هيحصل المرمر. بس المرة دي بقى المرمر هيبقى systolic murmur. هسمع الابnormal sound during systole لأن كل ده بيحصل during contraction of the ventricles. Is it clear؟ تمام؟ أي حد عايز يسأل أي حاجة؟ طيب يلا ياسين اقرا السلايد بليز.
Heart sounds and murmurs. Closure of the atrioventricular valves results in the lub sound, where S1 is the first heart sound. Closure of the semilunar valve result in the dub sound, and S2 is the second heart sound. If one of the valves fails to close properly, incompetence بقى أو regurgitations happens, some blood may flow backward, producing an abnormal sound called murmur. وده هنا systolic murmur.
Very
The
good.
same occurs if the valve is narrowed, بيحصل بقى stenosis.
regurgitation is systolic. برافو ياسين صح. Yes. The same occurs if the valves are narrowed بس هيبقى stenosis وهيبقى diastolic. لما الميتنج يقطع انا هبعت another link هناخد بس another 10 minutes or 15 minutes وبعدين نوقف عشان عارفه انتوا تعبانين طبعا. ادي ال first and second heart sounds اهو. وطبعا انتوا شايفين انه في a slight difference in length between diastole. ادي اللي انا بشاور عليه ده هو السيستولي and we describe it as the interval between. الترتيب مهم قوي هنا. order is important between S1 and S2 وبعدين في عندنا diastole اللي هو between S2 and the upcoming S1. تمام. نيجي بقى لحاجة مهمة قوي وهي الأوسكالتيشن areas. أنا بس هبعت لكم الميتنج هتأخر بس 5 دقايق فبعتين الميتنج عشان لو حد عايز يصلي العصر حد عايز يعمل أي حاجة يعني مش هبعت الميتنج on the spot. اللينك زي ما بعمل كل مرة هبعت 5 minutes. أوكي. فأدي الأوسكالتيشن areas. إحنا عندنا 4 important auscultation areas. The aortic area, the pulmonic area, the tricuspid area, and the mitral area. And by the way, the mitral area is the apex of the heart. So when you hold your stethoscope, اللي هي السماعة, we call it a stethoscope. You have to be used to that term, stethoscope. إن شاء الله لما نرجع المدرسة بقى نجيب معانا الستethoscope بتاعتي ونجرب على ياسين مثلا كده. بما انه ياسين is a big star بقى وبيطلع في التي في وبتاع فما عندوش مشكله ان نجرب عليه. فالستethoscope ده لما نيجي نحطه بقى يعني مش زي في الافلام كده تحطه في اي حته وخلاص انما لازم نحطه بالذات when you auscultate the heart. يعني يمكن انا قلت لكم قبل كده when we auscultate the lungs عشان نسمع ال breathing sound انت بتحط on similar areas on both sides بس you have to cover all lung fields. لكن when you want to auscultate the heart احنا بنسمي ده auscultation. Auscultation اللي هو listening to the sounds by using the stethoscope. So احنا بنحطها في أماكن محددة. The aortic area where you best hear sounds of the aortic valve. Pulmonic area where you best hear the sounds from the pulmonary valve. Tricuspid area from the tricuspid valve. Mitral area where you best hear sounds resulting from the mitral valve. تمام؟ يبقى انت ممكن تسمع المرمر في كل حتة في اي حاجة من الاربعة دول بس لو عايز تسمعه احسن حاجة لو هو طالع من الاورتيك فالف يبقى احسن مكان تسمع فيه هو الاورتيك اريا. لو هو originating from a disease of the pulmonary valve يبقى احسن مكان تسمع فيه هو الpulmonary area. This is the idea of the auscultation area. احنا we go systematically over the 4 areas. انت وانت بتكشف على العيان you have to pass over the 4 areas. يعني you have to listen to the apex first. نسمع apex first وبعدين بنسمع aortic area والpulmonary area وبعدين بننزل على tricuspid area. يعني بنبتدي بالاpex بعدين بنطلع كده على aortic area وبعدين بنروح على pulmonary area بعدين بننزل على tricuspid area. ففي ترتيب معين and you have to cover the 4 auscultatory areas of the heart. تمام؟ ليه بقى؟ زي ما قلت لكم لأنه you have to cover all the valves. فلو أنت اعتمدت على الأيبكس بس يمكن يكون في مurmur الأوريجين بتاعته من الأورتا، بس أنت عشان بعيد عن الأورتيك اريا فأنت مش سامعه. أوكي؟ طيب how do we describe the areas? What is the anatomical location of these areas? It all depends. احنا قلنا الأيبكس قبل كده. It is the 5th intercostal space mid clavicular line، بس طبعا left mid clavicular line. بالنسبة للترايكاسبيد area هي طبعا أعلى شوية من الميترال مع إنها في نفس الانتركوستال سبيس اللي هو الفيفث intercostal space، لأنه السبيس is oblique like this. فاللي داخل لجوه أكتر الترايكاسبيد area هيبقى أعلى من الأيبكس، فبرضه هي في الفيفث intercostal space بس ما هياش في الليفت ميد clavicular line اللي هي دي، وإنما at the left sternal border. يعني أنت تبقى تعد السبيسز، وإحنا خدنا قبل كده إزاي نعد السبيسز first second. احنا بنجيب السكند الأول وبعدين بننزل نعد لحد ما نوصل للفيفث intercostal space. طبعا ده هو اللي قصاد الانجل بتاع السترنم، ده هو السكند intercostal space، يبقى ده الثيرد، يبقى ده الفورث، يبقى المفروض ان ده الفيفث intercostal space. انا مش عارفه هم ليه راسمين دي تحت كده شويه. anyways هي الترايكاسبيد area اهي. بالنسبه للاورتيك area it is the second intercostal space to the right of the sternal border، والpulmonary area is the second intercostal space to the left of the sternal border. I'm sorry, to the left of the sternal border. طبعا areas دي are very important and you're frequently asked about them and you have to know them perfectly. Okay? طيب يلا ياسين لحد ما الزوم يقطع علينا نقرأ cardiac cycle.
Cardiac cycle is defined as a sequence of regular alternating contractions and relaxations of the atria and ventricles in order to pump blood throughout the body. It starts at the beginning of one heartbeat and ends at the beginning of another.
Yes. يعني لو قلنا مثلا لو جينا هنا كده، مش ده ال S1 بيحصل at the beginning of systole، يبقى دي this is the beginning of the heartbeat. يبقى the second heartbeat هتبتدي هنا at the beginning of the second systole. يبقى كل ده هو one heartbeat. It includes systole and diastole. It includes systole and diastole. So it begins at the beginning of the systole of one contraction. It ends at the systole of the next contraction. Thank you. هنا بقى هنشوف phases of the cardiac cycle. هي شكلها يخض لكن هي كلها حاجات احنا قلناها قبل كده. طبعا دلوقتي we will ignore that tracing اللي هو ECG، لأن احنا لسه ما خدناش ECG، هناخده very soon إن شاء الله. I'm not sure whether we are going to take it today or not.